In this video, we are going to explore one of the main aspects of the research tool module of this application, which is people. As mentioned here, there are several features in the application linked that has to do with the people in the domain of lip reading, deep lip reading, and other related domains. Let's go to the people's tab here. We have explored this visualization earlier. What we're going to do here is click on one of the authors and see what happens. Let's just find an author, for example, Smith-Huber, who is one of the most prominent figures in the area of lip reading, not only lip reading, deep learning in general. It takes us to the author's page where his short biography and other details, including some of the papers that are included in our database, are listed. Let's go back to the timeline. This timeline can be filtered by the number of papers published by the author. I remember again, this has to do with how many papers we have saved in the database for a certain author. It doesn't mean total number of publications by the author in real world. This is local to our database. Like, for example, currently, all the authors in this timeline have at least one paper published, which is shown by this one button being active. If we want to see the authors with at least two papers in our database, now the number of authors goes down quite significantly. This has nothing to do with the authors not publishing the papers in real life. Again, this has to do with us not adding multiple papers for the authors that are not visible here. And so on. 3 papers at least, 4, 5, and so on. If you want to visualize all the authors that we have in the database, it goes completely crazy out of the screen. But what we had here are some features to resize this visualization and bring it back to the screen size. Yeah, which is kind of impossible to see unless you hover over the authors. But showing all the authors, despite of the publications, is less important than showing the authors with publications because the timeline is mainly concerned with showing how one author is linked to the other author. That is all about the timeline of the people. Let's reset the view to authors with one publication. And the next thing we want to show you is a list of authors that we can see in a table form. Here, the table is arranged ordered by when the author was added to the database, but it can easily be sorted according to whichever heading in the table we wish. Like, for example, ordering by the second name, by date, or by country, and so on. What I would also like you to see is adding one author to our database. Let's add an important author, Frank Rosenblatt, who is one of the key figures um, for the beginning of machine learning in general. Since we don't have that many details at the moment, let's just save the author with just the first and last name. Okay, the author has been added successfully. So one of the key features here in adding the authors to the database is we can borrow details from the web. Like for example, we can get, if it is available in Wikipedia, we get a summary of the author's bio. I click in this. We're lucky that Frank Rosenblatt is listed in Wikipedia with proper, correct details. If it is not correct, we can cross-check and edit the bio here. Let's just submit it. Okay, year of birth is 1928, according to Wikipedia. Let's save it. Now we can see his bio has been saved. Let's also add a picture of the author if it's available. Let's also try and find a picture from Wikipedia. We are lucky again. The author's picture is available on the web. Okay, that is mostly it about the authors. There are lots of other features related to authors that we don't have time to discuss in a short video. Well, thank you very much.